Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Feinstein. I'm a specialist in urinary incontinence in women. How many women in America have urinary incontinence? 30 million. That's more than all the women who have diabetes. Incontinence is a very frustrating, embarrassing problem. Last year in America, there were 200,000 surgeries for urinary incontinence. And unfortunately, the success rate is not 100%. The success rates, however, are 90% or better, which is good news for the 90%, but it's not good news for the 10% where the surgery didn't help the problem. Now, what are the reasons that a surgery may fail? There are many different reasons, and it is not the purpose of this talk to go into those reasons. Suffice it to say that 10% of all the surgeries done in America for urinary incontinence are not successful. If 200,000 surgeries were done last year, that means that 180,000 women are very happy at the end of their surgery. Unfortunately, 20,000 of them were not. We have a brand new, exciting option available for women who've had previous surgery which has failed. We have that option, and we brought it over from Barcelona, Spain. It's called the Neomedica Adjustable Sling. Adjustable means exactly what it says. You put it in at surgery, but you don't tighten it at surgery. You tighten it 1, 2, 3 days after the surgery is over, and by tightening it after the surgery is over, you can get a more precise feeling for why the incontinence is there and how much pressure it will take to cure the incontinence. Now, during surgery, you're only doing that using your eyes and your feeling and your imagination for how much tension is needed on the sling to stop the incontinence. In 10% of the cases, they're wrong. Now, if I get a patient coming in for a second opinion after a previous surgery has failed done by another doctor, I could do the same surgery that the first doctor did, even though it was unsuccessful. But why would I do the same surgery again? There's only two possible reasons that I might consider doing the same surgery again. Number one, I might be a better surgeon than the first surgeon, although the odds are he's a perfectly good surgeon. Number two, I might be a better looking surgeon than the other surgeon, but that probably wouldn't make any difference. So we have to have a different alternative available, and fortunately now we do. In Barcelona, for over 10 years, they've been doing this adjustable sling. It's been very successful. It's spread all throughout Europe. Unfortunately, it takes at least 10 years for a good procedure, a good operation from Europe to make its way to America. And as far as I'm aware, I'm the first and only one in the Midwest who are doing it, but it's been done very frequently at the various Mayo clinics, particularly the one in Florida. The adjustable sling is a very simple procedure. The sling is put in underneath the bladder in exactly the same way that it's always put in. However, under the skin of the abdomen, it connects to a small white plastic device called an adjuster. And out of this adjuster, coming out of the patient's belly, is a screwdriver. And the patient goes home with this screwdriver coming out of her belly. It protrudes for about 2 to 3 inches. And she goes home that way and comes back to the office 2-3 days later, at which time we fill up the bladder and we adjust the sling by turning the screwdriver. That makes the tension tighter on the repair. And we can adjust it as many times as we need to until we get that level of adjustment, which is just perfect, where all of the leaking stops. And you can see that immediately, that you're at the right level with the right tension, and all of the leaking stops completely at one certain point when you've adjusted it perfectly and the tension is just where it needs to be. We've had some outstanding success with women who unfortunately had previous failures by other doctors of other procedures using this new adjustable sling. It's a very exciting, interesting, and very successful new tool in our toolbox or our armamentarium. We'd like you to know about it, the adjustable sling. It's a new advance in the treatment for urinary incontinence in women. Again, thank you very much for listening to our little video on urinary incontinence. For more information, I'd like you to go to our website, which is drfeinstein.com. You could also look for some of the videos on YouTube and get more information that way. Again, thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day.